people, and welcome to another episode of Through a Different Lens podcast. I am your co-host, Joe.
I'm Dej.
And I'm Jacob.
Hi, friends. How are we?
All okay.
Hi, friends.
What? Can I not say hi, friends? Like, am I now being policed?
You look very cozy over there, my friend.
Yeah, well, you know, the heating isn't working. So, you know.
Massive. It was working.
The heating's still working, so yeah, you get me.
And that's winter, I understand.
Yeah, get me.
Rising
Like,
costs.
I mean, we saw how the weather, as soon as September hit, the weather just completely drastically flipped. Whereas, like, the last couple of Septembers have been quite warm. Obviously, we're not in September anymore, but yeah.
But this
No,
week,
towards the end of September was nice because my birthday was nice.
Mm.
Weather was decent.
this week's been warm. This week's been warm. I was out today in short sleeves, so you know.
Yeah, no, like, the last week or so, but it's just the way it dropped, like, from August to September, whereas, like, the last couple of years, the Septembers have been quite warm, so. Or just not even quite warm.
That is true. That is true.
So, the elephant in the room. What do you mean by that, Joe? So why don't casual fans understand, like, the nuance between just running fast or just jumping far in regards to athletics? Like, obviously.
Okay, in terms of like breaking down the sprint and the jumping. Okay, like the technique
Yes.
behind it.
Yes, they're technical. So, you know, obviously, like, when we watch certain sports, for instance, and our football, NFL, immediately when we see someone that's extremely fast, oh, they can do track, when that is not the case. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so the nuance on that part, or you will see athletes that just crazy jumping ability, etc.
Do you know what? That's actually a good point you made right there. So the difference between, I'd say, running fast or football fast and track fast is such a different, like, it's a different world in terms of athletics fast and just other sports fast. Like being fast on the full pitch, okay, you're quick. I would say you're quick. You're not fast. To be fast is completely different. And I think it takes a lot of different mechanics, and you train to be fast in a specific race and run in a straight line. Like, there's no football player on planet Earth that can run 100 meters in less than 10 seconds. There's not many football players that can probably run 100 meters in like 10-2. Do you get what I mean? Whereas there's so many techniques that go into just being fast. And most athletes in athletics are actually fast. Do you get what I mean? Not quick, fast. We're talking jump on a track and they will beat you in the race. And I feel like casual fans don't understand that. They just see, okay, cool, it's a race, so we're just seeing someone run. Oh, if I pulled this person from this sport, they could do that. No. The difference is so wild. And obviously, Dej being a sprinter at one point in his career, you know the difference between football fast and
Yeah, it's different because I was doing both at the same time.
exactly.
And even if a track athlete runs on grass, it's just different anyway. But the reason why they don't understand is because they think it's because everyone can do it. So once people think everyone can do it, they're not going to break down how this person is doing it better than others. That's for the casuals. And now for the people that play sport, you know that, okay, there's different mechanics that go into certain movements. Like, the fastest footballer we've probably, no, not the fastest, but one of the fastest footballers we've had was Theo Walcott.
Yep.
And what they're saying his 100-meter time was like 10.5.
Yep.
Bro, you're not even getting a call to go and compete in the British champs.
No. Yeah, British under 20s, maybe.
Yeah, maybe under 20s.
Maybe.
Because the way they're running now is crazy.
Yeah, now no. Back then, maybe.
So it just goes to show that you could be fast in any field. The only one that might translate a little bit is obviously NFL with Tyreek Hill. And you even got was it DK?
Yeah. DK, but
when they run 100 meters.
Yeah, but
he ran 10.3 anyway.
That's what I mean. And 10.
So that's not getting out. That's not getting out any rounds.
Bro, you're not making it to the championships at 10.3.
Nah, you can go to Olympics for a small country
Which small country are you talking about nowadays?
Maybe one that has like 1,000 people.
So you can make that round. You know, they added that round.
Yeah, that you can make that.
Charge.
Yeah,
That's what you can make nowadays. You can't make the full-fledged rounds. And you're right in terms of when you said sprinters running on grass, the sound it makes, the power and the sound going through the ground is what is the difference between people that are really, really actually sprinters in terms of the way they hit the ground and the power. And 100 meters in 9 seconds, 10 seconds, you have to see it to believe it. That's the thing. You see it in person. Don't watch it on TV. See it in person, or run next to someone that can run that speed, and then understand how slow you really are.
That's so true.
So I feel like the casual fan, as you said, sees, oh, everyone can sprint, everyone can do this. That's why it's just a fast runner. But there's so much that goes into 9 seconds. It's short. It's a short distance, a short amount of time. But there's so much that goes into that 9 seconds. How much training, what you need to do in your body, the amount of the speed in which you lift weights is completely different. Like footballers, athletes, we all lift weights completely differently.
Yeah, completely different components, man.
That's the thing. The speed in which the weight moves, the way you're pushing and pulling things. Like we train our muscles for different things. So there's a lot that goes into running fast or actually being fast and not being quick. Because I feel like footballers are quick because we don't have to be fast over short. We only have to be quick over like 10 to 30 meters. You get what I mean?
Max as well.
That's the thing. We don't need 100-meter pace.
Nah. Because there's never going to be there might be like one instance in like a season where you might have to show that, but it's not enough for you to go and work on that every other day.
Nah, you can work on getting quicker in a short period of time, but you don't need anything over that.
On that though, do you feel like there's, obviously we've said NFL players, but do you feel like there's any footballers that if they consistently trained, that they could not obviously be at world level, but say national level?
Nah, bro. They're running. Most of them don't know. Most of them don't run properly.
Yeah, which is true. I feel like one of the few footballers that I have seen look like they've got decent enough technique is Elanga.
Yeah, but he trains almost like a sprinter in terms of training tailored towards speed. But a lot of them just don't sprint properly. It's like how they say a lot of people can throw a punch, but boxers can throw the correct punch. A lot of people don't actually run. A lot of people don't have the hand-eye coordination to run properly. You see in football, people run their arms everywhere, and
the biomechanics is just all over the place.
Yeah,
a lot of wasted movement.
You can be coached into running better, but that could make you slower. But you can't run with your arm out here in 100 meters because you could hit the next man in the face. So, do you get what I mean? You have to be tight.
Yes, bro. It's so true. Like I can't think of any footballers that could even try compete. Obviously, if they train consistently, then maybe they'll get like a 10-2, maybe. But even the difference between 10-2 and 10-1, if they had to run in the same race, the gap is still big,
Mm-hmm.
The gap is still big.
Massive.
And we haven't even got to 10-0s yet. Or 9-9.
No. We saw the difference in Usain Bolt does it perfectly. It's a perfect measuring stick, actually. 9.5 to 9.6, which was world record to Tyson Gay behind him. You saw the distance.
And that was world record to national record.
Do you get what I mean? That was world record to the second fastest time you've ever seen. That was and the gap is a good 5 meters.
Imagine if we lined up in that race. They'll still be recording.
But that's the difference in times. Like when it says 9, or when it says like 9.5, 9.6, 9.7, 9.8, and then you get to 10, bro, you're not even close to where anyone is. And I think that's what a lot of casual fans are looking at it. And the same with jumping. They're looking at it, okay, cool. We can just jump. Oh, that's just someone jumping high.
It's just so difficult.
Do you not
What
like?
do you mean, like casual fans stating that, oh yeah, this person can do high jump or triple jump or long
Yeah,
jump,
yeah.
etc.
Like when you say, oh, they can just go, oh, he can jump high, so he can be a high jumper, bro. Jumping high and high jump is two different things.
High jump is one of the most technical things, but that is crazy technical. Like, yeah,
This is the thing, to get over that, to get 2 meters and 30 centimeters, like to get over that, and you're jumping in a certain technique, and you know, to not have your head hit the bar first, your back hit the bar first, you know, the arc of the run, the speed, there's so much that goes into it, and the training you need to just go into it. A lot of the training isn't actually jumping over the bar, it's jumping on boxes, it's lifting weights and pushing them above your heads. Like you need extra power to get up there. You see how, like, in other sports, you have to replicate your sport to get better at your sport? In those aspects, you don't have to replicate the exact thing you're doing. You have to do a lot more to get better.
You have to build the components it takes to get over the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And those components are broken down into many things.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you got the technical side, you got the physical side, you got the mental side. But even in that physical side alone, you break it down even more. You probably have the explosiveness, your flexibility, even your muscular endurance. Like there's so much things that you have within one aspect that you need to work on, as well as working on the other things as well. That's what makes sprinting, jumping, and anything in the track and field space, that's what makes it so unique, because you've took one basic thing, one simple thing that everybody can do, but you've took it to a level that there's only a few of you that have access to this thing. You've honed it to the point where you're just on a different planet with it.
And you know what I love about that, Deges? They say, oh, basketball players can jump high. You think they can? Go and jump over that bar like a high jumper. How high can you really jump? Do you get what I mean? That's where you compare a lot of sports. You go, okay, what's the sport where people jump a lot? Oh, basketball. They jump high. High jumpers will say, oh, you jump high. Come and jump over this bar backwards. See if you jump high. Because remember, where your feet are, where your feet are off the ground is where their head is off the ground. A lot of the times.
Bro, they do it off one foot as well.
Yeah.
Or they can't. Well, yeah, they do it off one foot.
But that's
basketball, you can do it off two. You can do it off one.
But that's almost where I feel like where I measure it to. Where basketball players' foot, where their feet are in terms of comparison to the floor, and where their hand is. Where their hand is where a lot of these men's heads are going over the bar.
And they're a lot more mobile as well.
Yeah. So
like the flexibility is at a very good level.
All right, on those jumping ones, some might say long jump, for instance, can be something that not the normal person, but other athletes can get into. What?
No.
You're just effectively just as basic as it sounds, doing one jump.
Definitely no.
Into
the
triple jump, I know is crazy technique, because I used to love doing triple jump when I was younger.
But Joe, the second fastest athletes are usually long jumpers. Most sprinters convert to long jump. But so you need to be that fast, to be able to jump that far. So
even like a Greg Rutherford, that guy's a 6-second athlete, and a 10. Oh, I can't even remember, but he ran it in the 10s. Like I think it was like a 10.3 or something.
So
you might have to search that.
Yeah. So
even do you remember the American long jumper?
Which one? Carl Lewis?
Nah, I know
not Carl Lewis. Is his name Dwight? Dwight.
Greg Rutherford's PB in 100 meters is 10.26.
See? So that's
long jump.
Long jump. He's a long jumper. Remember, he can't be a sprinter.
And what's he 60 meters? Because he's ran a 60 before.
6.68.
So Joe, think about that. Greg Rutherford is faster than most of the men in the NFL, including Tyreek Hill.
Practically all of them.
and that and he's a long jumper. So that's why I say you have to understand that you couldn't be a long jumper because you have to be able to run that speed because you have to build up that speed to jump that far. That's why Carl Lewis long jump and could sprint because of how fast he was. Like you can't be slow in track and field. There's nothing that you can be like slow in. Duplantis, what helps him out so much? His speed on the runway.
I was gonna mention him because he done it was last year or the year before when he done the 100-meter race.
The 150.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100 meters. Sorry.
What do you,
Yeah, and
10-4, 10-5?
something like that. And even going back to Bolt, didn't they used to say he used to consider doing long jump?
You would, because it's a good thing for 100-meter sprinters to convert into because you got the speed and then it's just timing and then you just the jumping aspect is there's a lot
And
into that as well.
And it came in on the 400s as well, so he only ran the 100 as like a dare or a bet from his coach.
Yep,
so
he did.
the levels are just different. The levels are just different.
Do you feel like there's any NFL player that can translate into any of them? In anything that we've mentioned?
The best
The only one. Wait, go on, Jacob. Sorry.
No, I said the best shot they've got is probably this is the sprints, but they're not making it anywhere.
Yeah, I can only think about Tyreek Hill. But
honestly,
even then,
honestly, a few of them run
smokes.
At least their 60s. The ones that have like the super quick 40 yard dash.
Tyreek Hill 60 would be good, but you got Coleman.
Yeah.
So, job
obviously,
done.
Xavier Worthy's got the 40-yard dash record in the NFL, in at 4.21 or 4.20.
But you know, 40 meters and 60 is two different things. It's an extra 20 meters of sprinting.
Yeah, and but like a lot. No, I say not a lot, but you know, some sprinters, their 40 might not be that quick. You know, the ones that are not great starters, for instance. So,
but you know, like even that. Okay, cool. Noah Lyles, for instance, we always like to use him as a reference because we know he's a best sprinter without the greatest start. He's got a good start, but it's not the greatest start. Yeah, Noah Lyles wouldn't lose, in my opinion, a 40-meter race to anyone in the
NFL. You don't think?
No. I don't think he'd lose in that. I don't think people understand how fast he actually is over 40 meters. Because he's not upping within the same speed as top level sprinters, as in people that run 9.8s all the time, does not mean that he's not going to be next to someone that runs a 10.3 or a 10.4.
True.
Do you get what I mean?
The measuring stick is different, isn't
it? This is what I mean.
According, this is a Bleacher Report athlete. This year, Noah Lyles estimated he could run 4.1 or 4.2 in a 40-yard dash. Like when the talk of him and Tyreek racing.
It makes sense.
Actually, he runs 100 meters in 9.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, but like that's his end, because apparently, obviously, this is a Reddit comment, but supposedly in Paris, his final 40 meters was 3.35. So that's how obviously how insane we know he is as a finisher.
Yeah,
but that 3.35, that's a flying 40 though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like you're already in motion.
Yeah, so
it's like a relay race time, basically.
Yeah. Like when someone does like a 9.6 on a relay, really they're flying already.
Yeah, it's like someone's pushed you.
Like when you used to do flying, like flying 120s, you'd be running in it from 150. So
your time is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
You know, from a standing, that's not gonna be.
It's not gonna be the same.
Yeah. No, I agree on that. But yeah, no, I just feel like when you're measuring something to a top level athlete in athletics, you shouldn't measure them up against anyone that does not do the exact same sport.
Yeah, because that's the craft at its peak.
Yeah, and you measure them against people that do what they do. Because if you measure them against someone else, it's just stupid. Even when people come and say, "Oh, I could do that," I'm like, bro. Hey.
That's why, you know, when Speed Race No allows, then you have people in the comments saying, Speed almost cooked no one else. This is that. I'm thinking, bro, like you have no idea.
And you know what's even more funny? If you see the side angle, there's a side angle that didn't get shown. No, Speed is nowhere near him at any point in the race.
Do you know what? I recently saw that one as well. I knew at the time he weren't that like no wasn't even full 100% running, and he still comfortably beat him. But I saw that angle that you're talking about only recently, and I was like, okay,
Yeah,
cool,
of
that was
course.
quite the distance.
Because look at everyone else he faced. Look how many angles they had of that.
And they're giving you two angles, the behind angle and the front angle, where you could only see people, like, everyone looks like they're close when they're running towards you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't judge any. You're like, okay, I can only see who came through the line first. But on video,
Yeah, man. Cameras, man. Cameras.
yeah. And when you watch the 100-meter sprint, they don't show you an angle from behind watching them coming this way. They show you the side angle so you can see who won.
Mm.
I think we would get interesting races, 40-yard dashes.
Again,
You'll get like
Grass, maybe.
exhibition 60s.
No, on grass, you might get interesting races. On the track, I don't think we will. I personally don't think, like, Joe, 9.8 speed and 10 whatever. Them man.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, the ones on not the Christian Coleman star. Obviously, no one's a Christian Coleman star, but for 40-yard dash, like them, like
Because the distance is so short now, man.
yeah, that's partly my reason as well. And then again, some aren't, some it takes, and once they get into their 40-yard, that's when they get into full flow. For instance, like the sprinters wise. Whereas, like, say the NFL players, they have to be at their best from
40 yards.
Yeah, from the 10-yard boom. Do you know what I mean? So,
No, I just don't think so.
Yeah. But you kind of change. Well, yeah, you just change the goalpost on that one, innit? Because then you change what you need to train for. If that makes sense. Because now you're actually just training for power.
I think it was even, I don't know if you lot have recently seen when Speed was with Tom Brady, that video, but like, obviously he done like combine stuff, and the trainer he had for the 40-yard dash he was just basically telling him it's not a speed thing, it's literally technique for your 40 yards, how you're gonna start and stuff like that. And yeah,
but that's why I also think as bad, like, if we start in blocks, yeah, because you know how you said it'd be a race. If we start in blocks, as mad as you think Noah Lyles is slow at the blocks, watch how fast he is compared to an NFL sprinter.
You just have to look at the distance he covers with each step as well.
Just watch how fast he is compared to anyone that is not an elite level sprinter. He doesn't look good because of who he's running against. But put him against Tyreek Hill, obviously not now. God bless Tyreek Hill and his injury. But put him against like a Jalen Waddle and Xavier Worthy. Come up the blocks and watch off the first 5 steps where Noah Lyles is and watch where they are. The race is over.
Yeah. He's clearing more distance.
Yeah, and you're just watching his back. That's why I said there's a difference between quick and fast.
Even if you look at the biomechanics of an athletic start, of a Noah Lyles start, or of a Kishane, any 100-meter sprinter, and you look at the biomechanics of any NFL wideout, it's just different, man.
Mm-hmm.
Even from the way their legs are placed when they're in that 3-point start, it's just different.
The knee drive, everything.
Yeah, it's just different. The angles they hit is just different. They don't even fully extend. They don't even finish that extension movement. The NFL players don't do that, but the athletes do.
Yeah.
Automatically, that's some centimeters on the track that's taken away.
It's vital in a race.
Yeah, it's just, and these are the 1%ers of the 1%ers.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're not even talking about the person that came last on the 40. We're talking about people that come first.
Yep. And even the people that came last in the World Champs, yeah? Who came last in the World Champs?
Let's say 100.
Tobogo did, because he didn't run. So Tobogo came last, yeah? Tobogo versus their man in 140 meters. We know what's going on.
You can't mention him just because he did it.
I couldn't remember who else came last and he got disqualified.
I can't even remember what you can't mention him. But I get your premise, so I do get your premise.
So yeah.
Where we'll see. I was gonna say we'll see, we won't see, but it's just for people that don't or that think it's easily translatable. It's definitely not. Whereas like athletics to NFL is, I'm not saying it's an easy translation, but it's it's definitely easier than any other thing to athletics.
100%.
Since we're on the NFL topic, unlike NFL or NBA, for instance, track and field lacks a unified progression-based narrative. So on that one, obviously it's not a question, but like, why do you think that is the case? That is my question in terms of we're talking American sports, but in fact we could add in our football, for instance, as well. But unlike football, NFL, NBA, why do you think like track and field lacks a unified progression-based narrative? So
I think there's a few things to do that has contributed to that. I think first is money.
Mm-hmm.
I think then is sponsors,
which is money as well.
which is money as well. I think there's no one to tell a story for them, which engages people as well. And I don't think there's like one place to do it, because obviously you had the documentary on Netflix, Track, yeah. No, sorry, not Track, Sprint, yeah. For me, that was like such a sick documentary, because you actually get to follow these athletes around the world doing what they do best. And there's not just one athlete you follow, was it 5?
Sometimes more. They were just dipping in and out, but yeah, you follow.
And you follow them across the whole season, yeah. And you see like they cross paths with other athletes as well in the same camp. So you get to see like how it is when they train, the psychological factors of what's like a mental block for them, or any mental hurdles that they have to get over. You just get to see them a lot closer under a mini microscope. But when there's not a sport where the visibility isn't high, there's no like, obviously you got Laos, you got Kashane, you got Tobago now, that draw in crowd. When you don't have those as well, it's like you're not connected with them often to see them, and to want to see them often, to block time out in your day to be like, okay, I'm going to tune into this race. We just don't. There's that misconnection. Oh, sorry, disconnection. There's that disconnection that's going on, and I think there are some things that need to change, but that's just what I think contribute to that.
On that though, do you feel like that was Michael Johnson's kind of plan with, say, Grand Slam track, I should say?
I'd say so. I'll let you answer Desh though if you want to.
No, you go.
I'd say so with Grand Slam track. I think that was his plan, because it was going to be the sports league that athletics needed. But obviously the funding and the money wasn't. It was there and then it wasn't there. And that is kind of a grab to what athletics is. It's always there, but then it's not there when it's needed to be. And I think the problems, leading off your point, Sledge, is that the first thing is the NFL, Sundays. The NFL controls Sundays. We know, come Sunday, everyone's saying I'm watching NFL. The NBA, we know when it comes to this, like the back end of the season, they're controlling most days of the week just because of the playoffs. The Premier League, our football controls Saturdays across the world. Do you get what I mean? Saturday, you know what's going on. 3:00 football match is always coming on. So track and field does not have a day. Athletics doesn't have a day or a league that you look at that, okay, we specify a day with. And I feel like there's never been anyone trying to build that. We have certain competitions, the Olympics, the World Champs, and we look at it and we go, okay, cool. For this week, or for this 2-week period, we're all going to be locked in here. But throughout the year, there's no continuation process of keeping it at that level. Even though
it's really meant to be Diamond League, you know?
It's meant to be, but Diamond League isn't consistent enough.
They need to do better with the prize money, man.
But I wouldn't say that. But I wouldn't even say that's money on that part. I would just say the fact that you would probably put on more meets, and I feel like the Diamond League doesn't have enough meets for it to be classed as one of the elite sports leagues. It is the elite sports league in athletics, but I'd say after watching this World Champs and the last Olympics, the money should be invested. There's no reason to not invest the money. There's stories in there. There's storylines in there. There's narratives. There's rivalries. People don't like each other in the 100 meters. People don't like each other on the women's side. Like we have,
But we need to see it more.
but that means it needs to be documented, just like it was on Sprint. And Sprint was a great series. And Netflix have all the money nowadays. Why can't Netflix host? It's an idea for them. Put on an athletics competition that goes around the world, and like Diamond League, I don't know what they're going to call it, goes around the world. We have every 2 weeks during the season. Do you get what I mean? We have a competition around the world. Netflix have the money to pay for it. You get what I mean? They write the storylines. They have it. They're doing WWE. Get some script writers in there. Don't make it fake, but you get what I mean. Get some people to try and push a narrative one way. Noah Lyles does it by himself, but I feel like
I feel like we need a few more villains as well.
Yeah, because Fred Curly's villain number one right now.
Yeah, but he decided to go and take steroids and that.
But then the Enhanced Games is pushing this narrative because, now people are tuned in and locked it. People are going to watch that Enhanced Games just because. Athletics doesn't have that. Even though I'm not saying that the Enhanced Games is good, but Athletics doesn't have that where people want to go and watch for a specific reason. We're watching the Enhanced Games to watch Fred Curly essentially not break the world record. You get what I mean? There needs to be some narrative people are watching for.
I think on that, it's just more so, as bad as it sounds, how far these athletes that are going on the Enhanced Games can push themselves. That's what people will be interested to see. Like, the concept is just wrong, but like, I'd be a liar and a hypocrite to say I'm definitely not going to tune in because I 100% am.
100%, me too. I want to. I don't want to see him break it. I don't want to see anyone on drugs do anything well. But
But if they do, they do. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm a watch.
But you know what? Going back to what you said, Jacob, about Netflix hosting like a series of races and stuff, I'm going to pose a question to the athletes out there. What kind of worldwide tournament, barring Diamond League, would you want to see? Would you want to see out of this sport? Obviously, Diamond League goes around the world and stuff, but like, if you can have your own kind of prize money from 1st to 8th, if you could have any location, like, just create your perfect, I want to hear their perfect track circuit, worldwide track circuit. That's what I want to hear. So athletes, let us know your perfect track circuit.
I think that then slightly goes, obviously, hopefully the athletes can answer this, watch or listen and answer this, but I think that then goes back to Grand Slam again, because it seems like they did have some form of a structure, and early on people were actually tuned in terms of like their meets and stuff like that. Because where was the first meet? I can't remember the first one, but they did a meet in Jamaica. Was that the first one? And then
that was the first one.
Second or third one or whatever. I remember there being one in Miami and stuff like that. And it seemed like there was going to be a structure in terms of like the payments. Obviously, they're going through what they're going through right now, but I do think that was kind of Michael Johnson and co.'s kind of ideas / concepts on that.
Should I tell you this is my last point. My main problem, and I think the main issue in athletics is, where is the money coming from? Like, how do you make money from athletics? That's the real issue. Like, you see how football, you can put sponsors around the whole stadium and guaranteed everyone's watching. NFL the same way. We have ads and that sort of stuff. How does athletics make money for itself? That's the question I actually want to ask.
On that, it'll probably have to, like Dej said, in terms of, or you said as well, them being followed around, it then has to be TV rights, for instance. We see those kind of long-term deals that the Premier League could have a 10-year TV right with Sky, for instance, or some jazz. If there was, again, referencing Grand Slam track, if they did have a TV deal with Eurosport or whoever, and say this is where it's going to be, because even like the coverage on that, it was hard to know where it was going to be shown. for instance. So if there was like Diamond League kind of have it because BBC, but it's not really, it's not promoted. It's just, oh yeah, Diamond League's going to be on, and half the time we don't even know. We just, here we only know when the London meets are really happening. Or if we know, oh, Noah's going to run his first race in Bern, for instance, or in Milan, just that's when it is kind of like publicized / enhanced.
Very
Not
athlete.
referencing.
It's very athlete driven instead of like athletics driven. There's no
Yeah.
behind it pushing forwards. Like, this is where we're going to be. We're going to be here this week. There's just an athlete coming out saying, okay, I've got a race. If you want to come. It feels like very so amateur. I know it's still classed as an amateur sport, but it's still like on that amateur wavelength. It's like, come on now, you can't stay there if you want to get to here.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Even you saying like, where's the money gonna come from? I think I briefly saw like the athletes that competed in Grand Slam, they're gonna start to get paid for them competing, etc. Obviously, it's kind of on pause, or there's been investors, but I'm like, who the hell are these investors that are actually putting their money into backlog pay athletes effectively?
I'd say you need a billionaire that used to be an athlete that just loves the sport.
Literally, it's like someone buying a football club for the love of it.
You need that sheikh from Saudi.
Yeah, you need to have a Turkey al sheikh like in boxing to understand that I need and I love this, but then something that he loves about it so much for him to then go, okay, cool, I'll throw 2 billion at this for no reason at all.
Yeah,
man. I like it, and I got the money to do it. I feel like that's what athletics needs. It needs an influx of cash, and we have the personalities for it. So I don't know why. What else is missing? Because it's the best spectator sport to watch, probably outside of boxing, in my opinion. Do you get what I mean?
Maybe in the non-competition years, using someone like Turkey al Sheikh, that's when they could say, like, next year is just European champs, but say next summer, lead it up to giving up that boxing vibe. Noah versus Tobago versus Kishane versus Oblique. They'll be racing for £1 million on July the 17th. So the athletes know, like, and then maybe there's little meets that they have to do in between, but then the mega prize money is that final race, July 17th, 2026, for argument's sake, all that stuff.
Joe, you're a cricket man. You remember this. Remember when they did the game for like 20 million? Do you remember that? Back then, when they did a game for 20 million, and you saw the players really coming out because they understood everyone was getting £1 million per a piece.
They still basically do it. So the IPL, the Indian Premier League, like there's other IPL versions in different countries. Obviously, India one still pays the most, but the other cricketers around the world do still they perform in the other competitions. And just for argument's sake, on that, the England cricketers, for instance, they did not used to partake in IPL because it used to hinder their place for the England Test cricket team. But then, which was kind of like the ECB's fault, so that's the England and Wales Cricket Board. But then they came to the agreement because the players, like, they were like, yo, we're missing out because, for instance, I'm projected to be the #1 draft pick, so I will be getting this amount. So just say Kevin Peterson days early on, he missed out. But now, obviously, England got some superstar hitters that just smash cricket balls, and they're the ones that are getting the high draft picks now, and they're making the money. And now the ECB's kind of scheduled the England cricketing season that will help the players to at least play a bit of IPL. Then they can just go back and play for England. And
that's why I feel like that influx, and obviously cricket's the biggest sport in India and that sort of stuff, and the money there is crazy. But athletics can't get to the cricket level, I'll be honest, because cricket's crazy. But I feel like it can get to a level where we can throw money into it. And it's just, Michael Johnson tried, but it all comes back to one thing, the bottom line.
Yeah, he needed more help, man. He needed more help. But a titan of a company needs to come and just try something, man. You're right with what you were saying, Joe, with Netflix. They should just come actually just try the track circuit. and
Right.
see how it goes.
Why not? They've tried everything else.
True.
You got sprint. You got the people for it. Why not?
Yeah.
The only thing on the
They
again
do WrestleMania.
going back to the financials though is compared to other sports, all that most athletes in other sports are on a salary. For instance, do you know what I mean?
But you
Whereas
could.
there's not a technical base salary in athletics like in say in track and field. A lot
There
of it
isn't a
is prize
technical.
money / sponsorship.
But
Yeah,
say
so you can just put up your prize money and that's it.
No, Dej. Say you sign everyone to the league. Every athlete, like they're doing in boxing, they're trying to create a boxing league.
Oh yeah.
Say
They'll
everyone
get their parents' fees.
Say everyone signed to a league and you are on 20 grand a month. Hey, don't kill me. It might not be enough for some, but you're on 20 grand a month. If you're, it's more than you're probably getting now. You then have appearance fees for specific races. You then have, obviously, as you do football, bonuses for winning, bonuses.
Oh, that would be good.
That's what I think should happen. 5 grand a week for every athlete that's in the competitions or the sign up to the league, because you can't have every athlete in the world, but you have to be a certain ranked athlete, and that will entice you to actually get into those rankings. And you then, if after your performance after the year, if you're not up there, top 10 relegation system, bro, you're out of here, come back next year. And we have wild card picks because, every time we can't have the same 10 people, same 9 people racing, but, you have the other ones that get paid at 10 grand a month.
I'm liking this, but you're giving them too much ideas still.
Hey, we're copywriting this after this episode. So
you see with the league thing, it just then made me think of, obviously, on the football scene here, well, I say here, around the world, or European football, is UEFA introducing years ago the Nations League, and obviously wanting international breaks to be even more competitive. But you've got I think England are they in the B part now of Nations League? Yeah. Unless they went back up to A, but for instance, they lost their A status a couple years ago and stuff like that. So who knows?
That's what I think should happen anyway.
Yeah, I'm all for it, man.
Hey,
but again, it is hard though, because if you think about golf, there's not a real salary, but golf, there's prize money. For instance, golf's just an expensive sport in general. So
didn't they bring in that thing recently when they were going to Saudi and there was a league out there, or in the United Arab Emirates, the UAE? They were doing something, and a lot of them went over there.
Oh yeah,
I think Live Golf.
Yeah,
most of the top golfers didn't go, but a few ones with good stake names. So I remember when Tiger Woods, he declined it and he was offered the highest amount, I believe. Even the likes of Rory McIlroy and others. Because they thought it was more of a ethics thing, ethically wrong for them to join that to join that league. So Live didn't really kick off like that.
It didn't, but this is my thing though, Joe. Every other sport is being offered this. It feels like every sport around track and field is being offered this. So why not? Why are we still sitting here being paid nothing and really in some cases doing the hardest job in the world? Do you get what I mean? There's no salary in tennis either. But, you understand if you win, you're going to get paid a lot of money. In athletics, you win 100 meter title, you get paid 70 grand.
So question to the audience then, should athletics, if athletics had a chance to consider an offer from Saudi, should they take it?
They don't have a choice. Yes.
Sorry, I had to take my mic.
For the audience.
No, because Jacob basically said it. 100 meter gold medals, 70 bags in certain countries. Do you know what I mean?
I want to hear what everyone else has to say.
I hear it still.
I want to read those comments.
I'm just saying, 100 meters, 70 bags. Well, oblique Seville, 70 bags, yeah? That even could be in Jamaican dollars. So I'm just saying, I saw 70 grand, yeah? Wimbledon winner, 5 mil. I don't even know if it's that much. I might be way off of Wimbledon.
I think US Open is around that figure, but obviously because theirs is in dollars.
Yeah. US Open 5 mil or something like that. You boxing, I know it's prize fighting, but Canelo got paid 150 mil to lose the other day. So, we need to get the pay gap somewhere.
But on those things is who's gonna put in that piece to say, yo, because they could run up to, I'll say a fight, to a race. There could be a lot of hype. They could do a lot of what's it called in boxing again? Like
Promotion.
promo for it. Well, I don't know why I forgot the word, but athletics you can easily promo. It's just who's gonna put that actual money in.
Right, at this point, everyone's doing it for free. Once they stop doing it, this is the thing though. It's a weird one because you have a lot of people not watching anyway. It's like you can't stop doing it because they're at a lose situation right now. And I don't know. Rivalries are good, but they're talked about for a week and then everyone forgets. As I said, they need a day. They need a day in the week. Maybe it's a Wednesday because Wednesday seems like the day when no sports really happen. But Champions League is on a Wednesday. But you need a Wednesday in like the summertime, and you need a consistent Wednesday throughout their season for track is on at this time, this week, every week.
Yeah,
And
that's
this
good.
week.
It'll be a culture thing, innit? That's how you just shift the culture slowly.
Or a Friday night, actually.
We'll come back to this though.
Yeah.
Because on that, just to end it, it's harder because athletics, they stagger when they're going to be at their peak and stuff like that. So it is one. But one for also athletes, please get involved in this conversation. Help us understand why there isn't as much funding, where you think there could be better funding, better promotion. Because, again, we're all lovers of track and field in general, so we'd like the sport to be further enhanced.
100%.
Song of the week.
Yes. Do you have yours? You have yours ready?
Still.
Well, Dejo, you ready, yeah?
I got mine ready now, still. I got mine ready.
Go on.
Oh, my one is Cameras, Good Ones Go, Interlude. From Drake, Take Care.
What a song.
Yeah.
What a song, man.
This one, you know what? Shout out Gabs. Because we was having a long conversation in the car. And this was her tune. And I was surprised. Got good taste.
Mm.
Kids all grown up now, what can I say?
Listen, I was like, yes.
No, you gotta ask her why she listened to that though.
I should actually.
Because that song, it sounds good, but there's meaning to that.
Listen, I'll break heads.
My song of the week this week is by Destin Conrad and Terrence Martin, and it's called Wash You Away. Special track. I think everyone would enjoy it. They have a jazz feel, but yeah, Terrence Martin, obviously, and Destin Conrad.
Mine is somewhat parallel to track and field, but marathon scraps.
Real
Fair
nice.
play.
Marathon, yo, people, as Dej likes to say.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
And Jacob,
Like and subscribe.
get me, like, subscribe, hit those buttons, hit the comments, especially with this conversation, actually, because we really want to hear your views on this. Definitely one that's open for further conversation. But yes, very much appreciate you all. We love ya. Keep watching, keep supporting, keep listening, or else it's like bad karma and that. But conversation for another day. Hey, Joe, I'm signing out.
Dead signing out.
Jacob, signing out.
Thank you for listening.
Cheers.